In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to use the random function to generate a random coordinate. The screen that you are watching this video on is split into millions of pixels. It's likely that the average resolution is 1920 by 1080, which simply means that your screen is 1,920,000 pixels wide and 1,080 pixels tall. Each of those pixels has its own x and y coordinates. Starting from the top left, the x and y would be 0, 0, and in the bottom right, the x and y would be 1,920, 1,080. As shown in this highly detailed graph, the further right you are, the higher your x coordinate is, and the lower down you are, the higher your y coordinate is. Remember that you can go into the negative numbers. However, if you're using coord mode, mouse, screen, which we will cover shortly, you will never see what your mouse is doing. On the graph, you can see that I have highlighted x equals 4 and y equals 2. Before we get into randomizing the coordinates, you need to understand what coord mode is. Coord mode basically tells AutoHotkey if the coordinates are relative to the screen or the active window. I don't need to get into the specifics here, so it's best that you just use coord mode, mouse, client. This ensures that the top left coordinate of the active window, excluding the Windows title bar, is always x equals 0, y equals 0. To generate a random coordinate between two separate coordinates, we need the top left coordinate and the bottom right coordinate. In this example, when I press the F1 hotkey, AutoHotkey will randomize the x coordinate between the lowest x value 100 and the highest x value 200 and store the number as a variable x. AutoHotkey will then randomize the y coordinate between the lowest value 100 and the highest value 200 and store the number as the variable y. The mouse will then be moved to the x and y variable. When I press the F2 hotkey, the exact same happens. I'm just showing you that the random function can use variables as the input. In this example, when I press the F1 hotkey, AutoHotkey will generate a box around a single coordinate and then move the mouse to a random coordinate within the box. The single coordinate is x equals 150, y equals 150. The complete width and height I want the box to be is 100. To generate a box around a single coordinate, I need to use a mathematical equation. I need to generate the top left coordinate and the bottom right coordinate, and then randomize the x and y coordinates, as we did in the earlier example, in order to move the mouse. To generate the top left x variable, we need to take the width divided by 2 from the value x. To generate the top left y variable, we need to take the height divided by 2 from the value y. To generate the bottom right x variable, we need to add the width divided by 2 from the value x. To generate the bottom right y variable, we need to add the height divided by 2 from the value y. This means that the top left x and y will be 100, and the bottom right x and y will be 200. Now, we need to randomize the lowest xy with the highest xy coordinate, and then move the mouse randomly within those two coordinates. Thank you for watching my tutorial video. If you have any questions or just want to talk to other AutoHotkey users that play old school RuneScape, please click the link to my Discord, which will be posted in the description below.